رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا وحبيب قلوبنا وشفيع نفوسنا أبي القاسم مصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين وأصحابه غر الميامين. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية أمير المؤمنين سيدي ومولاي علي بن أبي طالب. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. أما بعد، قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله: إن الحسين مصباح الهدى وسفينة النجاة. حسين مني وأنا من الحسين. أحب الله من أحب حسينا. Verily, Hussein is the lantern of guidance and the ark of salvation. Hussein is from me and I am from Hussein. Allah loves the one who loves Hussein. These are the words that was reiterated by the Holy Prophet himself. Tonight, inshallah, given it's Ashura Imam Hussain alayhi salam, I want to dedicate it with the limited time that we have to Sayyid al-Shuhada himself, Imam Hussain bin Ali alayhi salam. In the previous nights, we looked at some of his companions, some of his family members, but tonight we will look at the king of Karbala himself, Imam Hussain bin Ali alayhi salam. Imam Hussain, as we know, is the greatest character within the tragedy of Karbala, the greatest protagonists. In the history of the religion, there is no stand like the stand of Abu Abdullah. There is no legacy like the legacy of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. There is no message like the message of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Unfortunately, many of us, when we come to examine Imam Hussain alayhi salam, when I said the Prophet says, Al-Hasan wal-Hussain Sayyid Shabab Ahl al-Jannah, where Hussain and Hassan, both of the brothers, are the chief or the masters of the youth of paradise, we need to reassess our relationship with the masters of the chiefs of paradise. Why? Because at the end of the day, all our goals is to go to paradise. But if we don't know the masters of the youths of paradise, how do we try to claim Jannah? So when we look at Hussain bin Ali alayhi salam, many of our understanding for Imam Hussain is the 10th of Muharram, Ashura, maybe a few months when he's at Hajj in Mecca and Medina. Prior to that, early life, the development of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, many of us are not aware about. Whether it's in the Sunni world or the Shia world. Unfortunately, many of us don't know much about Imam Hussain other than Karbala. We come here every year on this minbar, our respected scholars recite the Musibah, and that's all we get from Abu Abdullah Hussain. But what you need to understand is that Hussain bin Ali is not just some random guy who came out 1400 years ago as standing up against a tyrant person like Yazid out of nowhere. There was a development to the character of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. From birth till death, there was a development to who he is, why he is the way he is. Because a lot of us know about Imam Hussain and what happened in Karbala, a lot of us know about that. But when it comes to prior to Karbala, many of us are unaware. When you look at his birth, for example, Imam, when he was born, Rasulullah, when he hears about the birth of his grandson Hussain bin Ali, he comes running to his daughter's house, Fatima's house. Asma was holding that baby. Rasulullah says, give me that child. When he gets Imam al-Hussain into his arms, he begins to cry profusely. Tears are trickling down the cheeks of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi. Asma looks at this and says, Ya Rasulullah, why are you crying? Imam Hassan, when he was born, you were delighted. But now you look at this one. You look at Imam al-Hussain, you look at Hussain, this young born child, and you're crying. Why? Rasulullah says, I am informed by Jibreel that there will be one day where there will be an unjust group of people who will mercilessly kill this child of mine. O Asma, I beg you don't tell Fatima. Because Rasulullah cannot take his daughter Fatima knowing about this big tragedy, this big calamity. Look at the relationship with the Prophet and his daughter. More importantly, look at the relationship between the Prophet and his grandson. When he got him in his arms, he would kiss his neck, he would kiss his eyes, he would kiss his lips. That's how much love he had for his young grandson. Further than that, Imam Hussain, as I said, is great from the very beginning. He doesn't become great at Karbala. He is one of the 5 Ahl al-Kisab I mentioned, the people under the cloak, which are purified through God's mercy and God's blessings. Hussain bin Ali is so great where an angel of God seeks his shafa'ah. Imagine, an angel of God seeks your shafa'ah. Many of you may have heard about the angel known as Fitrus. In Farsi they call him Fitrus-e-Malak. Fitrus was an angel that was banished due to his laziness. He was banished on an island. 700 years Fitrus worships God and seeks repentance for his, let's say, overlooking some things. 700 years later, when Imam al-Hussain is born, Allah orders his angels, Jibreel and some other ones, to go and say these congratulations on behalf of him to the Prophet. So the angels descend down, and as they're descending down, they see Fitrus on that island. Fitrus, when he sees them, he comes towards Fitrus, he says, Fitrus, what's going on? Fitrus tells them, where are you guys going? Jibreel tells him that we are sending out congratulations to the Prophet for the birth of Hussain. Fitrus says, don't leave me here, take me with you. Maybe if Rasulullah makes a dua on my behalf, I may be able to get a grace or a blessing from God. So they take Fitrus and they carry him to the Prophet. When they carry him towards the presence of the Prophet, Rasulullah looks at him and he says, Fitrus, rub your body against the body of Abu Abdullah. Yes? Rub your body. In one narration it says wing. In another it says rub your body against the body of Abu Abdullah. It's a child. He says rub your body on the body of Abu Abdullah. Through the grace of Hussain bin Ali, Fitrus reclaims his wings. Or let's say he has the ability to ascend back to heaven again. And he says to the Prophet, Ya Rasulullah, I, Fitrus the angel, swear, I take an oath that every zawar, anyone who visits Imam Hussain in Karbala, Fitrus says, I, Fitrus the angel, swear by your greatness that whoever visits Abu Abdullah, I will personally, and whoever says salam to Abu Abdullah, I will personally take his salams and make sure it reaches Abu Abdullah. That's the promise Fitrus made. Look how great Abu Abdullah is, where the very angels of God are seeking his blessing. Of course, unfortunately, within the non-Shia school of Islam, Hussain bin Ali and his brother, there's not much knowledge after they grow up. Our knowledge of Imam Hussain is just Karbala. Other schools in Islam, most of the majority, is the opposite. They have a lot of knowledge when it comes to his childhood. Because if you were to ask them, tell me about Abu Abdullah and his brother Hassan bin Ali alayhi salam, they'll say, these two are great, we respect them a lot. Why? Because these are the grandchildren of Rasulullah. Now, there's a connotation with the word grandkids. There's a specific subtle meaning. What's that meaning? It's that when they're grandkids, it's as if they never grow up. So in the eyes of others, not all but some, Hussain and Hassan never grow up. So it's as if in their eyes they can only imagine Imam Hussain as a kid. That's about it. It's as if Imam Hussain doesn't live up to 54 years. They say that he was respected highly. Like I mentioned in the previous night, reverence in the school of Ahlul Bayt is not through bloodline. You don't respect Hussain because he's the grandson of the Prophet. You respect Hussain for the character he is. Prophet Nuh had a son. His son became an enemy of God. In Farsi they say, "Pesar Nuh ba badan benshast, khanwade nabuwatash gum shud." The son of Nuh sat with bad people. He lost his prophetic family. So just because you're the son or you're related by blood to a holy individual doesn't make you holy. You are given merit by your own merit. That's why Imam is the one who is pure. His character is impeccable. Imam, his character is impeccable and he is pure. That's why we say أشهد أنك كنت نورا في الأصلاب الشامخة والأرحام المطهرة لم تنجسك الجاهلية بإنجاسها. Yes? Jahiliyyah never touched you. You were pure from the very, very beginning. Rasulullah had so much love for these two, Hassan and Hussein, where he would prolong his sujood for Imam Hussein alayhi salam. One day he's praying, a young Hussein gets up on top of the shoulders or on the back of Holy Prophet. Rasulullah does not come back up from his sajda, his sujood. He prolongs it out of love and respect for his grandson Abu Abdullah. That's how much love he had. Look at how much love the people of the Ummah showed him after. He said, Hassan and Hussein, Sayyida Shabab Ahl, they are the masters of youth of paradise. Which means what? Which means, in another line he says, Ahabballah man ahabba Husayna, Husaynun minni wa ana. Hussein is from me and I am from Hussein. Whoever loves Hussein, Allah loves the one who loves Hussein. Meaning what? If you don't love Hussein, there's no point of Jannah for you. Those people who claim to follow the religion of Rasulullah on the 10th of Muharram, they said, we claim to follow Rasulullah. How? When Rasulullah told you that Hassan and Hussein are the masters of youth of paradise, how do you then look at trying to achieve paradise by killing the masters of the youth of paradise? It's a piece of reflection. Imam Hussain alayhi salam is so great where even a prophet of God seeks tawassul. This is mentioned in Ad-Durr al-Mansur by the famous Sunni scholar Jalaluddin al-Suyuti, where Adam asks in the name of the 5 pure individuals for his dua to be granted. He says, وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا ثُمَّ عَرَضَهُمْ عَلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ فَقَالَ أَنَبَّئُونِ بِأَسْمَاءِ هَؤُلَاءِ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. And he taught Adam the names of all of them and presented them to the angels. And he said, tell me the names of these if you are truthful. Jalaluddin al-Suyuti says, the Prophet said that he mentioned the name of 5 particular individuals. In our dua, we sometimes say it as well, don't we? We say what? Ilahi ya hamidu bihaqqi Muhammad. Yes? So which means what? This is Muhammad. Make dua in honor of his name. This is Muhammad, the praised one, derived from my name, the praised one. Ilahi ya aliyu bihaqqi Ali. This is the high and exalted. Yes? Derived from my name, the highest. Ilahi ya fatiru samawat wal ardh bihaqqi Fatima. This is Fatima, the original, derived from my name, the originator of the heavens and the earth. Ilahi ya muhsin wa bihaqqi al-Hasan. This is Hasan, the bountiful, and derived. And finally he says, Ilahi qadim al-Ahsan bihaqqi al-Husayn. This is Hussein, the bountiful, the good, derived from my name, the good in origin. Adam makes a dua in honor of the 5 blessed individuals. Look how great Abu Abdullah is, where the very prophets of God seek his tawassul, seek his intercession. If you want to know how magnanimous Imam Hussain is, wallah, when I recite you to this, it will show you how beautiful, how great of a human being Abu Abdullah is. You thought Imam Hussain is good because, let's say he grew up in a good family, he had good relationships. Wallah, when I recite you this, your heart will break. In the battle of Nahrawan, Imam Ali was fighting the Khawarij. At the end of the battle, they capture a couple of the opponent's soldiers and they tied him up. These soldiers are captured. One particular soldier in the battle of Nahrawan sees Imam Hussain walking. He says, "Oh Hussain, I'd like to ask you a favor." Imam says, "What is it?" He says, "My hands are tied with these rope. Can you ask your father to untie these ropes from my hand? They're causing me distress." So Imam goes to his father, Imam Amir al-Mu'minin alayhi salam. He says, "Oh father, the soldier over there is telling me that the ropes of his arms are too tight and he's asked me to remove them. Even though I know you'll never tie a rope hard or tightly on the hand of a soldier." Imam Ali looked at him. And he said, oh my son, go ahead. Then he asks, oh my son, Hussain, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do it? Imam gives a beautiful reply. He says, Ya Abati, Ya Abata, oh my father, how can I reject someone who asks in the name of Abu Abdullah? How can I? Look how generous Imam Hussain is. Now, seems like a normal hadith until we get to the end. So he goes to that soldier and he says, give me your hand. And he removes the rope from the hands of Shimr bin Ziljoshan. Shimr bin Ziljoshan, he removes the hand of. The one who sits on his chest on the 10th of Muharram and puts a dagger to his neck. Look how beautiful the heart of Abu Abdullah is. Battle of Nahrawan, he's a soldier. Shimr bin Ziljoshan, his arms are tied. And Hussain bin Ali, what a man Hussain bin Ali is. He removes the hand out of his love and mercy. I ask you, Ya Abu Abdullah, what mercy did he show you on the 10th when he sat on your chest? What mercy did he show you? We read in Ziyarat al-Nahiya, what do we read? وَالشِّمْرُ جَالِسٌ عَلَى صَدْرِكَ وَمُولِغٌ سَيْفُهُ عَلَى نَهْرِكَ. And at that time when Shimr sat on your chest and quenched his sword with the blood of your throat, قَابِضٌ عَلَى شَيْبَتِكَ بِيَدِهِ ذَابِحٌ لَكَ بِمُهَنَّدِهِ, grabbing your beard with his hand and slaying you like a lamb with his sword. How merciful is Hussain, where he even gives Shimr bin Ziljoshan a chance in life. His very killer he gives a chance in life. That's Hussain bin Ali. That is Imam Hussain. We are lovers of Hussain for what reason? There are many reasons, but specifically to how much mercy he showed to the people, whether it was his family, whether it was his enemy. These are the principles of Abu Abdullah. And I'll conclude in his dua, he says it beautifully. In dua Arafah, he says, oh Allah, what has he gained, he who lost you? And what has he lost, he who gained you? Which means what? My mother may leave me, my father may leave me, my sisters may leave me, my friends may leave me, but Allah will always be with me. What has he gained? The person who lost you, what exactly did he gain? And what has he lost? The one who found you. What exactly did he lose when he was guided to your path? These are the words of Imam Hussain bin Ali alayhi salam. May Allah make us the sincere servants and followers of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, and continue to hold this majalis in his love, in his honor. Wa tabaraka wa salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.